Thank you for joining Sports Development Series. We yours truly, Boma Ekiora.
Our Sportdev series is sponsored by Arewa Baobab Fruit Powder, one of the most nutritious substances on the planet. Get your Baobab Fruit Powder from arewabaobab.com.
Sportdev series, thank you for joining us. So today, I want to talk about a conversation I had with a friend of mine. We were talking about the recent FIBA, Federation International Basketball Association World Cup. And I said to him, I'm like, look, Germany is the best basketball country in the world. You know, they are world champions. And his response was that I was crazy. Said I didn't know anything about basketball. And he's, in comparison to him, he's probably right because he played college basketball, lives and breathes it. So he knows more about the sport than I do. But I did mention to him that, hey, how can you not say that the Germans have the best basketball national team in the world? And then he pointed out to me that what I said initially and what I just said are two entirely different things, because the best basketball national team is different from the best basketball country in the world. So we can talk about how we can rate which country is the best basketball country in the world. But in terms of the best basketball national team in the world, how can you not say it's Germany? I mean, we had a competition on a global platform, and they won. They won. I mean, here's what we do know. The U.S. is currently ranked number 1, according to FIBA rankings, right? And Germany is ranked number 4. But if we were to take FIBA rankings with the level of seriousness that we would take, I don't know, FIFA rankings, for instance, which is for soccer, then we just can't place a lot of stock, a lot of importance, a lot of attention to the FIBA, the basketball global rankings, you know. And here's what we even know more, which is that Germany beat the United States in the Basketball World Cup. So you had this platform, everyone competed. You had David meet Goliath, and David won again, right? So I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean for the German national team? As far as this World Cup was concerned, which is the latest time they competed, the German national team proved it was better than the US national team. Okay, I'll give you an analogy. Let's say there's a high school, and in this high school, we have this super athlete, one of these tri-sport guys. These guys that play basketball, soccer, runs track. You know, people talk about the athlete's feats. Whether or not they're true is a whole nother story, but they say stuff like, oh, this guy pushed the car uphill for 30 yards by himself, you know, single bounded over a fence while being blindfolded. You know, all these things. I think we've heard about those kind of athletes. So the school decides we're going to organize a fastest man in school competition. And so they do. And everyone competes. Our super athlete is there. He competes. And in the final, he gets beaten by a guy who also plays sport, but no one really knows him. No one really heralds him like that or thinks he's this freak savage of an athlete, right? But he beats our super athlete. If someone was to ask you, who's the fastest man in the school, what would anyone say at that point? They would say it's our unknown athlete who beat our super guy, well known, on the day of. Now, funny story, I shared this analogy with my friend, and his response was, well, maybe the super athlete had sore hamstrings and he just played basketball the night before. But the point is, we could say whatever we want about who we think has the better league or the best league in the world. I think we all know who that is. And, the country that has basketball as a culture. I mean, if you look at Germany, it's not even their number one sport. I don't even think it ranks in the top 3, right? But why is it so hard for anyone talking about the Germans? Yes, Bundesliga watching, Oktoberfest loving Germans have the number 1 basketball national team in the world. They competed in the competition put together by the world governing body for basketball, and they beat everyone. They beat Serbia in the finals. Serbia is a good team. They beat them. And by the way, Canada beat United States in the 3rd place match. Now, most people say, it's a 3rd place match. It doesn't really mean anything. They didn't really show up. But no, they didn't even come third. So you ask yourself, which basketball national team is number 1? The Germans. Number 2, Serbia. And number 3, Canadians, whose national sport is hockey. So, I mean, if you just think about it, it translates. So the next time anyone uses the term world champions, I want you to kind of ask them additional questions about that. Because in terms of basketball world champions for national teams, yeah, I think we know who that is. Sportdev series, thank you for joining us. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.